through the struggle. Love for those who got me, make the lips move muscle. Love for those who got me, watch the haters rolling bubbles. Call the trouble every time a young brother try to.
Hey guys, good evening. How are we? I hope you're really well. I hope you've all had a lovely, lovely weekend. It's so good to see so many of your faces on here. I'm just going to spotlight myself for you all. So guys, welcome to tonight's Sunday night team hang. Super excited that you're here. So can you believe we are edging towards the end of August already? We're on the 21st. We've literally got 10 days left after today to absolutely smash the end of this month. So we've got some tips for you this evening to basically, do really well at month end. We're going to talk a bit about connection. But one thing that I really want to talk to you guys about, and I'd love you to get involved with, is customer care, okay? Because customers are king in this business. And if we don't look after our customers, we're not going to have any retention, okay? And that's where your pension is created. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about this evening. So what I would love to know in the comments, first of all, let me know. Hi, Susie. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Kelly. Happy Sunday. Thanks for saying hey. Just let me know in the comments, what is your win for the week? I would love to know what it is that you have done this week that you're super proud of. Can be personal, can be business. Have you got a certain amount of customers? Have you got a new teamie? I think my win for the week is I drove up to Birmingham to support Shafina with an event, drove there and back in a day, and we just had the best time. I met some amazing girls from a completely different culture, and it was really, really inspiring. Shafina absolutely smashed it. So yeah, that was my win for the week. I'm definitely super proud of myself for driving there and back in a day. But that's the beauty of this business, isn't it? It gives you the freedom to be able to do that. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. If you guys haven't got to an event yet, or haven't put one on yourself, an event doesn't have to be like, when you think of an event, you might think like convention, like, a regional event where there's like 100 or 200 people. An event can simply be something as small as 3 or 4 people, 2 people, even you and somebody else. That can be an event, okay? And the more events that you do, the bigger that your business is going to be, the more of a momentum that you're going to build. So fill out your diary full of coffee meetings. Guess what? They're events. Fill out your diary with catch-ups with your friends. Guess what? They're events. And you can tell them that you're starting something really exciting, because we're going to talk about campaigns as well for September, because you've got to start letting people know what you're going to be doing in September now. It's one of our biggest months of the year, guys. So let's have a look at these. Yep, Shafina is on fire, Zana. Christine said, had my one-to-one team catch up calls, found out how I can get them to their goals. That's amazing. Congratulations. Susie says she's full of energy. I absolutely love that. I hope the move is going or has gone well. Have you moved yet, Susie? Yeah, I was going to say it looks different where you are. Congratulations. That's so exciting. It's so exciting. Really great to see you so happy. I love that big smile. Joe says talking face to face with potentials, feeling confident about the products and business. Honestly, Joe, we're so proud of you. You are absolutely smashing the business and your confidence. So really, really well done. Amy says 5 new customers. That's amazing. And another massive package, shakes, premiums, omegas, control and uplift. That's amazing. Wow. Congratulations. Think about the commission on that, right? This is why we're trying to get you guys to really think about working through the ladder, because once you get to an SC position, you get 20% commission on your orders. So when you put a premium shake, premium capsule order through, I've never said that before in my life, premium capsule order through, you get about 40 quid as on your own orders, right? So that's why we're encouraging you to get super focused on speaking to people, asking the question, connecting with new people, sharing your journey to get yourselves to the position of SC, so you can get maximum commissions, guys, because then you can also open up something called POB, which is promote out bonus, and that's an extra 3% on anybody that's in your team that's also an SC, and 3% on that downline. So it's just that is where you can make like astronomical amounts of money in this business, where you've duplicated yourself, you've got an SC and they're growing a business below them. So that is why we're super encouraging to get you guys up the ladder, and through the position, so you can get the commission that you deserve. Wouldn't it be better to get 20% than 14% or 10% or 17%, right? Just by doing what you're doing more and teaching other people to do the same. So Sana said, I've been to 2 events this week and also been on point with your DMO. Amazing, Sana. So proud of you, babe. Really, really amazing. Liana says, personal house hunting. Yes, absolutely love that. What a win. You know, that's a really exciting time in your life. So congratulations, Liana. Stephen, let's find you an event to get to. Perhaps message your upline and find out. I know that's Emma, isn't it? Perhaps message Emma, or also in the team group as well. There's a list of events that's coming up. If someone can post that in the chat here, like what list of events there are coming up, that would be amazing. Just while I'm speaking. Because getting to an event, that is where the magic happens, guys. Like, we all know how much events can change our lives. So Camilla says, consistent, loads of conversations with calls and potentials next week, full of energy and moving my office around. Love that. So you're having a new setup for yourself. That always changes things up, doesn't it? Absolutely love that. And congratulations that you've been having lots of conversations. I think when you start to take the products yourself and then you get those results, that is when you feel confident to be able to share your benefits, isn't it? And obviously, Camilla, you've come through what you have, and it's just so inspiring. So what a story that you've got to share with people as well. So really, really proud of you. Thank you for sharing that last week on our call as well. You're amazing. So Laura said, has an amazing message from a customer that she's loving the capsules. She may join the team. Congratulations. Oh, thanks, Zana. Absolutely loved the journey. It was great fun. Did lots of self-development, lots of phone calls. That's £91 in commissions from one order. Wowza, that is incredible. Congratulations, Amy. That is so good. And it just goes to show, like, you see Amy on her stories every single day, sharing her products. You know, she uses Perform, the uplifts, the controls, she uses the shakes, she uses it all. So it's really easy to be able to share that. So I know that on my vision board, when I first started, was to get onto more of the products, because when I got on more of the products, guess what? People wanted to know what I was doing. Elizabeth says, getting back onto blitzes. Congratulations. Kelly says, 2 new customers, upping my game, looking after my customers. 3 samples sent out. Love that. It really builds customer rapport when you send out a sample to let them try it before they buy it. That's amazing. So well done. Yeah, exactly, Sana. A life changed and 91 quid commission. Exactly. So it's not just about the money, it's about how we can impact those people. And you never know, that customer might know lots of people that you can also help as well, Ames. So that's amazing. Did you want to just jump on, Ames, and just say hey?
Hey everyone, super excited to see you all here. Sunday night, getting ready for a new week. Who's excited? Like Millie said, we've got like 10 days now left of the month. So just really think about, where do you want to be by the end of this month? You know, how many new customers do you want by the end of this month? How many new teams do you want by the end of this month? What pay do you want to be getting by the 10th of September? So really start to visualize and think, where do you want to be? What is it that you want? And really put yourself into that energy and that vision of, like, I always visualize and think about, right, I've got so many people messaging me, people are like asking for like the products, they want to order the products. I've got people messaging me, joining the team. I've got team that are like absolutely buzzing and messaging me saying like they're going for promotions, they're just got another customer and they're really excited and they're absolutely loving it and they're smashing their DMO. So I visualize, and so really think about, like, put yourself into that energy of, where do you want to be by the end of the month, but how does that look like? How does that feel? What messages are you receiving? Are you getting emails of like people buying the products? You've got cart links out. People are now going to do them by the end of the month. So really get yourself into that energy and that mindset and that visualization of what it is that you want, and feel it. Like, how does that feel? How good does it feel when you get a message like that? Like, yeah, I'm ready to place my order. Yes, I'm ready to join your team. Hey, I've been watching your post. Like, what is it that you do? I've been thinking about it for so long, but I really think I'm ready now. Like, really visualize that, and trust me, like, when you do that and then you do your DMO with the work ethic, and you match that with the mindset and the energy, you will attract people to you, guys. This is what's happening to me. This is what's happening with many of the girls that I'm really working closely with and coaching at the moment. It is happening. When we're doing our daily DMO and we're sending out our messages and we're doing our ask the questions, it might not necessarily be those people that are going to get back to you. Like, they are going to get back to you in time. They're going to start watching your posts more. But then you'll then have someone else that will message you. Like, it literally happened to me on Friday. I had like a follow-up day. I'm trying to like make sure that I'm keeping on top of my follow-ups, because sometimes I can get a bit behind. And on Friday I did like a real big follow-up on customers, and I was following up with people, and I probably, I think, how many messages did I send out? 50 messages on Facebook and about 20 on Instagram, following up with people. And then, it's easy to think, oh, I sent out all these messages, like no one's coming back to me. But then over the weekend, I've then had someone then replied to my story and said, oh, I really want to try those capsules for hair. Do you know what I mean? So I don't believe that would have happened to me if I didn't sit and send out those messages. So it's like when you show the universe what it is that you want, and you're matching that with your work ethic, you will attract people. I am telling you, it's a game changer. So yeah, and just remember, like, you're sowing seeds, and like I just believe that they will come back to me. They will come back to me, like, as and whenever they're ready, and I'm just going to keep going. And they watch your posts so closely. So I'm sorry, Milena, I've got a little rant, but I just want to say something else, because I shared it with my team that the other day I always share with the team like how I get my customers, and one of them literally just came from and asked the question. So like, I offered the business, and then she just said that she'd been watching my post and that she is actually really wanting to get the products, and that was that big bundle that I got. So again, if you're not actually reaching out to people and offering the business, like, they can turn into customers, guys. And that I've got quite a few customers from my like business offer message, and so never ever be frightened. Like, you're just sowing your seeds, but it's really important to match your posts with your messages. I cannot stress that enough. Like, it's so important, because you can be doing the messages, but then if you're not then putting that great content out on your posts, on your walls, on your stories, then when people see your message, they're going to come and see what you're doing. If there's nothing really much there, it's not really going to match. Or vice versa, like, if you're doing your post, you're doing posts, but then you're not actually in the inbox and messaging people, reaching out to people, then, again, you're going to be the same people that see in your posts, and you can't just keep posting and praying and waiting for people to come to you. Like, they go hand in hand together. And if you notice, when you're messaging people in the inbox, have you ever noticed that you then start seeing their posts? Has anyone noticed that? So the inbox is the biggest connection. Like, this might be like a little missing link that maybe some of you are missing, but the inbox is like, that's what social media is all about, talking to people, networking with people. So if you can really match your content with your messaging and that DMO, that daily method of operation. I know that someone did say like DMO in the chat. So a DMO is a daily method of operation. It's basically a small list of things that you need to do daily to grow your business, to get new customers, to get new team. So whoever has obviously introduced you to the business can talk to you more about a DMO, but all we do is we post stories, post on our walls, we message, and we follow up. So it's very, very simple, and it's just about doing that every day. Like, the DMO really is where the consistency and the mindset with the DMO is really where the real money and success is made. I'll hand back to you, Mills.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Wow, Ames, that was amazing. It's so true. You can't do one thing. There's like a circle of things that you need to do. Like, you've got to do your DMO, your posting, your adding, and your inboxing, and you're following up. And if you miss out of any of those things, it's like you've got a broken circle. It's like having a clock with missing number, right? You've got to have that circle to keep it, fluid and flowing. So yeah, I absolutely love that, Ames. I just took so much from that. So I just wanted to say as well, what you just said about, obviously, really thinking about how you show up. Like, everything is energy. Like, we are energy, and how we show up, we have a vibration. I just wanted to share something with you. Like, if you don't show up with great energy, if you start your day in a negative mindset, it can really affect the way that you actually put messages out there and the responses that you're going to get from people. Everything in the universe is made up of vibrating molecules. And I know this is totally off on a tangent, but everything is physical matter. And every time you have a thought or emotion, that's also vibrating at a certain frequency as well. Some are high, some are low, and a person's vibration changes depending on what they're thinking, feeling, and doing. So if you're waking up thinking to yourself, I'm not going to be able to do this, my paycheck's crap, my customers, blah, 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 and you're negative about yourself, that's just more of what you're going to attract. So just back to what Amy said, like, visualize your paycheck, imagine what how you feel when you get those orders in. Imagine getting that £91, you're getting that commission, right? Think about how that's going to make you feel. Use the words, I'm excited, I'm unstoppable, I'm amazing. So what I'm just going to add here is a task for you guys to do is to create some positive affirmations for yourself for month end. I'm just going to read something to you here. So the word affirm is defined as declaring something to be true. Positive affirmations are powerful statements to put into the universe to manifest into reality. They are empowering statements that help you align with what you want. Positive affirmations help you shift the negative mindset by focusing on the positive. Okay. And something that it just says here, which I absolutely love. It says, oh, where did it go? It basically says, let me find it. You are with positive affirmations, you are essentially changing an event's timeline through your words and the vibrations that you're sending out whilst doing so. So if you want to get to NMD, or if you want to get to those next position, start choosing affirmations that are going to get you there faster by raising your vibration and attracting that energy to you. So I'm a customer magnet. I'm an amazing mentor. I'm a raving fan. I love Juice Plus. I love the team. I love the business. Like, so use affirmations that are going to really help you get to where you want to be. So just another little tangent there, but I just think that's so important, how you show up and what you believe to be true, not what you say necessarily out to other people, but what you believe in here. That is what counts the most. So really have a think about, like, check yourself. If you find yourself not believing in yourself, have a meeting with your upline, see what you can do by working together, have a coaching call, like reach out, because I promise you, you know, stay close to the fire. We believe in you. And if you reach out to us, like, or your upline, we can help you, you know, manage your mindset and get to where you want to be, because, you know, 80% of this business is mindset, 20% is actually doing it. Okay. You've got to like master your mindset, and then you can basically master the business. It's just then taking action. So yeah, thanks so much for sharing that, Ames. So just before we talk about connections, then I just really wanted to talk about customer care. And if anybody wants to share what they absolutely love about customer care and what they do for their customer care, please pop it in the chat, because I know we all do things differently, but it's something that is so important, but can easily get forgotten about. Once you get a customer, it's easy just to put them in a group and let other people kind of like build that group. But we've all got, I think there's several different support groups that we're a part of. But I just want to ask you, like, what value are you putting into your support group every single day? If you've got one customer, you need to be adding value to that group every single day, whether it's a recipe, a workout, a top tip, your meal, your shake, you know, what's in it. Add some value to that group every day, because that is where your best teamies are going to be made. That is where people who are going to go on a journey, fall in love with the product, share their results, because they've got the confidence, because you're doing it. People do what you do, not what you say. They're going to see what you're doing, and they're going to be confident. They're going to want to share their results. They're going to get the results. If you just put them in that group and leave them there and don't post anything in there, how different do you think their experience is going to be of being on the products compared to if you're in there every day, cheering them on, asking questions, you know, what's your favorite shake, what you're having for dinner? You can even ask things like, you know, what are you up to this weekend? Like, create a community. That is what that group is for. It's all about creating a space where people feel safe, where people want to share their struggles, where people can feel vulnerable and they can share their results. That is what we are doing here to build incredible communities. And, you know, we've all got to be a part of that. One of the things as being a part of the team, if you're in that support group and you've got customers in there, you have to commit to putting on your DMO that you're adding value to that every day. That is just something that we all do, not for ourselves, but for each other. Imagine if you were in a group, you signed up to a product and there was a group that you were in and nothing was happening. You'd be a bit demotivated and uninspired. But imagine if you joined up and there was a group full of people sharing their meals, sharing quotes, giving each other support, loving on each other, giving each other motivation. Like, you'd want to join in. Okay. And that is simply down to you guys as well as us for you know, creating that excitement into the groups. Okay. So let's have a look and see what you do. So yeah, Christine, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine you create. I absolutely love that. What a quote. That's absolutely amazing. Zana says you don't even need to message them about the product or business, just be their friend. Absolutely. Great that's been happening to you. Don't send out messages thinking they're going to say no. Yeah, because guess what? They will. I love that, Ames. Sending them out thinking people are going to come back to you saying yes and get on the products. Love that. I always think that as well. Like, whenever I start messaging people, I'm like, you're going to get on the products. I know this, like, you're going to be in the team one day. And I just I just get a bit cocky about it. And I'm like, you're going to join up one day. I was chatting to a girl that's in FM today, and she's amazing. She's only 19 and she's been doing it for 2 years. And she told me that it was a bit slow, and I'm building a relationship with her. And I know I've just got a feeling she's going to join. Some of you know the story. A couple of weeks ago, I got chatting to a Body Shop girl, and it turns out she orders Juice Plus from the website. She now orders from me, and I order a product from her. So you just never know. Like, never shut off a conversation to somebody else from another network marketing company, because you never know what position they're in. You never know. We know we've got the best product, the best company, and the best compensation plan. So we know that we can invite people to do what we do. Let's just see what else that you guys do. So when it comes to customer care, yeah, a WhatsApp broadcast list is absolutely amazing. That's so good for sharing like more value with your customers outside of the group. I love that. Christine says adding content to a customer group as part of your DMO. Love that. That's so good. And I think that should be a non-negotiable for everybody. As a part of this team, everybody needs to add that to their DMO tonight, and you have to post one bit of value every single day. I think that is something that you need to be doing every single day, even if that's all you do, as well as posting, you know, on your stories and on your timelines. That's something that you've got to commit to, because people come to you and buy products from you because they've been inspired by you. So yeah, I think that's absolutely essential. Love that, Christine. Jess says, I message mine to see how they're feeling, how they are, how the journey's going. Love that. Camilla, handwritten birthday cards. Love that. Do you know what? Funky pigeons, all good, but there's nothing like an ink written birthday card. I think it makes all the difference. So absolutely love that. So some of the things that I do for my customer care. So I'm just going to talk you through really quickly, and then I'm going to get Ames to perhaps share what you do as well. So as soon as I get a customer, I stay chatting to them. I send them an email. I email them the plan and a recipe guide that I've got. I make sure that I do that just because I think it's much more professional for the customer to feel like they've got some actual value and something professional, rather than just popping it through in the inbox. I'll then add them to the customer group, welcome them by tagging them in a video, and I'll make sure that we've got some goals set out together to, you know, achieve by a certain time, and that's obviously down to them. So I'll have that conversation, and then asking them also how often that they want to be connected with. Like, some people don't want to be chatted to every single day. Some people do need that support. Some people just want to go it alone, and that's absolutely fine as well. One of the other things that I always do, which I stopped doing for a while, but I've started doing again, is by writing thank you cards. When someone places an order with me, I send them a thank you card, and I'll send them an uplift or a bar, or if they are wanting to lose body fat and they've just ordered the shakes, for example, I'll send them some controls, which were boosters. So really just giving them a bit of extra value so they feel that they're, you know, really looked after. Something else that we do as a team, actually, I'll give a shout out to Claire and Kat. They make a feel good club recipe guide for the month. So we send that out as extra value to all of our customers, and just really, you know, giving people shout outs in the group for, you know, the achievements that they've got. So we check in on a Monday, and then asking people if you can shout them out on your social media for their results for that week is so inspiring for them and so motivating, and they feel so special. You know, I've done that all the way through my journeys, but especially when I was doing Fit Girl Club, every week on a Monday, I had results, giving them shout outs on my Facebook. And guess what? People start to see, and then they're going to want to know exactly what you're doing. So there's some of the things that I do. Ames, do you do anything else, like when it comes to customer care?
Absolutely love that, Millie. And just, yeah, like I said in the chat, just the WhatsApp broadcast list is working really well, because it's, you know, it's off social media, and it's just a great way to keep in touch. So I got this from Claire Black from the Whole Team Winning. And I've always had a WhatsApp broadcast list, but then I stopped using it. And then, so obviously from that call with Claire, I set one up again. And so I have one for clients, and then I also have a broadcast list for potentials as well. Again, this is just literally just what I got from the Claire Black call that she did with the Whole Team Winning a few weeks ago. And it just works really well, because I just kind of like blog what I'm eating, and it's just about giving them food inspiration and sharing with them my meals, my products, what I'm doing, you know, and asking what they're up to. They're having a good weekend. And I'm finding that, you know, I say to them, you know, you don't have to obviously reply to all the messages, but people are, and, you know, they're so inspired by it, and they're saying that it's helping them so much, and that, you know, it's giving them ideas for food. And then, you know, I've had a few customers, one of them's on the shakes, and then she was been asking me about the capsules, because obviously I've started putting out on my broadcast list because I'm sharing what I had them for breakfast with my capsules there. And then someone else who recently ordered the berry capsules, because I put on my broadcast list the other day that I was having my uplift before the gym and it was my time of the month and I need this uplift, I need some energy. And then now I'm in conversations with her about the uplift. So I'm just documenting what it is that I'm eating, doing, and it's just really helping them and they're loving it. And so it's also great as well, you can offer it to potentials, because if you get in conversations with someone about the products and then they don't, for whatever reason, don't order, then you can offer them your broadcast lists and just say, look, I've got a free broadcast list, I send out daily food inspo if you'd love to, you know, be a part of that. And that's another great thing to add value. And also I think when it comes to things like tropical coming out or new products, like, again, you've got like a list of people that you can message, you know, to everyone and just be really excited that there's something new coming, because, you know, if it's on your post, they might not always see your posts, or they might not always see the support group necessarily. So that, I think, and I think Claire said that she set it up. I think she lost her Facebook once. Now, luckily that's never happened to me, touch wood. And I think she wanted to set something up extra where she's got people that she can stay in touch with. So yeah, that's something that's been working really well. And obviously the support group's so important as well, with adding in your daily food and your recipes and just giving value. Like, you know, it's amazing. I think we all do such a great job of that, but I think we can all still get better. But I do feel like as a team, I feel like we absolutely smashed that. I feel like the support groups are on fire and, you know, we're really good with that. So I think as well, I love, like Millie said, you know, find out how often they want to be in touch, because, you know, some customers want to just be left alone, and some customers like want that weekly check-in and they want to send their photos, you know. So probably out of all of my customers, I've got one customer that is actually she does like her weekly check-ins with me, and that's all via WhatsApp. She wants to do that, so that works really well. And I think just understanding that people are on the products for different reasons, like some people just on the capsules for other reasons, some people are on a weight loss journey. So yeah, I think with the WhatsApp broadcast as well, just making it clear that they don't have to reply to everything, so they don't have to feel overwhelmed. It's just about giving them little daily value to give them some inspiration, because I think a lot of people struggle with what to eat, foods and recipes, and then it also gives you a chance to showcase all of the products in there. But I'm just generally sharing what it is that I'm genuinely eating and doing, and that's all I do. So it works really well.
Love that. It's so true. Like when you're living the mission, it's so much easier. When you're on plan and getting the results yourself, it's really easy, because obviously then if you're following the plan that you're recommending, everyone can just, you know, be inspired by your food, and you haven't got to send something that's not actually yours. So absolutely love that, Ames. And I've just recently set up a new broadcast list as well. And if anyone wants to be in mine, like please feel free to message me and I'll add you in so you can see what I'm doing and what I'm sending to my guys, and to my potentials and my customers. But really it's just like, if you struggle with what to send, just get yourself on Pinterest, or actually even on Instagram. There's so much incredible information on recipes and, you know, healthy inspiration and quotes and things that you can send. So on a Monday morning, it's really nice to send an early quote saying, new week, you've got this, stick to goals, you know, remember I'm here, and just let people know that, you know, you're thinking of them. And it also solidifies the relationships that you have with your clients, don't forget. And again, it really helps you build that retention. And remember, retention is your pension. So if you want to be building this business and keeping your customers month on month on month, by adding that extra value it's just going to do so much. And you know, I would like to say as well, like Amy said, I think our team is one of the only teams that actually absolutely smashes the customer support groups. Like I know so many people that are just like, oh yeah, our group is dead. Like our group, like similar to Amy, we are smashing it. You know, there's so many people posting their meals and stuff. So let's keep that momentum going, and just really inspiring people by being on the journey ourselves, guys. So let's get to the main part of this call then. So Amy and I decided just last week, there was a couple of things that we wanted to talk to you about, and it was all about connecting. And we were going to take you through a connections class, which is from Ross Cumru's book. And it's something that we've both been implementing, and it's been working really well. And it's just really good to think about, like, personally, and you can comment in the comments box, you know, what do you spend more time doing? posting, stories, or messaging? Like, what order do you do most out of those things? So I can guarantee the majority of you probably post most. You do lots of posting, and then you do your stories, and then you do your messaging. And that's one of the main reasons that people don't succeed in the network marketing industry, because they post to perfection. They concentrate on, you know, what it is that they're putting on their social medias, and they post and pray, and they wait for people to stay within, you know, people to come to their inboxes from what they're posting. But this isn't what we need to be doing, guys. We need to be doing it the other way around. We need to be living in our inboxes, okay? That is where we need to be. But it doesn't mean spamming. It doesn't mean that you need to be going out there saying, oh, have you seen my business? Do you want to join my team? That's not what this is about. It's truly about really, you know, building those relationships. And that's what we're going to speak to you about today. You know, you don't want to be spamming people, because people know exactly where you're coming from if you show up with that energy. You don't want people to think that you're super annoying by being that person. You know, we've got a gift with Juice Plus. We've got a gift with this business. But messaging truly is the key to everything. Social media platforms were truly built for people to spend quality time, like talking to each other through messaging. And that's why it's called social media, because you got to be social on there, right? You know, you need to be networking and being in your inbox, okay? But unfortunately, what we do is we spend a lot of time actually posting and praying, okay? So do you ever feel that like you're posting to nobody? I know that I've felt like that previously, and you're not really getting any engagements, or you're getting any comments, and there's one main reason for that, like Amy said before, and it's because you're not in your inbox. And that is why I always tell the team, especially for birthdays, send your birthday messages to the inbox, because guess what? Those people are then going to start seeing what's on your timeline, okay? So that's why it's so important to be getting in your inbox. The conversation is there for a reason. As soon as you message someone on social media platforms, they are then going to see what you're posting. So really think about that. How many times are you sending messages to your inbox, to people's inboxes? You know, reverse it. So if you post and don't message, your post will be more likely to be not seen than that by the person. So if you're posting and not messaging, nobody's going to see it. So you've got to get into that inbox, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but it depends when you joined. But when I first joined, one of the first things that I got told was to add as many people as I possibly could. And as much as I don't regret it, because I've met some amazing people, and some of you guys have even come from that. But what we need to do is get really specific with our tribe, because our connections don't come through just from adding people and then leaving them. We've got to really make sure that we're making connections with those people that we're adding. And that is by getting into the inbox, okay? And that is what we're going to talk to you about tonight. So Ames, can I pass over to you to move on from that bit?
Yeah, definitely. So what you guys can do is you can set up like a connections book, and you can have like a bit of a grid or a column. What I think I'll do is I'll make a grid for this for us. And if you guys want to print it out, then you can, or you can obviously just draw it out on your paper. But basically you want to have like a bit of a connections book. So you want to be able to have column number 1, which is the name of the person. Column number 2 is like your intro message. Column number 3 is relationship. Column number 4 is offer. And then column number 5 is follow-up 1. Column 6, follow-up 2. And column 7, follow-up 3. So also we're going to go through this. So the idea of the connections book is to take them from the process of either adding someone new to asking the question in like within a week, within the space of a few days. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a new ad. It could just be like someone who's already on your social media, but maybe you've not really spoken much, you've not really had a connection, but maybe you do have like a lot in common. So like Millie said, you know, making sure that you don't want to be adding someone without the intention of actually speaking to them. So, you know, that's why it's important to add people who are similar to you. Like we all know this, we speak about this a lot, and maybe we can do another call where we really remind you, and we can go deeper onto finding your tribe, where to find them on Facebook, where to find them on Instagram, because your tribe can always change as well as you obviously go through your life as well. Like my tribe has changed so much over the years. So really knowing like who do you want to add. So, and really it's people like you, it's people that have things in common with you. So I look for people that are either like engaged or getting married, or they've got married. They've either got a dog or a French bulldog. They may or may not be horsey. They like are either getting a house or they're in their house. You know, they're just in that stage of life where they're getting married, they've got a dog, they're settling down, like that kind of life. You know, maybe they've you know, the whole wedding thing is a big connection for me as well. Horsey, dog owner, and like similar age. And obviously, like, I love the gym, so into fitness. So they don't have to be all of those things. There have to be at least one of those things. And obviously, if you come across someone that's got more of those things, then if someone's like getting married, or they've got married, they've got a dog or Frenchie, and they're into the gym, like, and you know, I'm like, yes, this is like ticking all my boxes. But they don't have to, you know, not everyone has to have all of those boxes. They just have to have one thing in common with you. So that's what you want to think about when you're adding new people on Instagram and on Facebook. And like, choose your number. So and again, your number will depend on what your goals are, how much time that you have to put into the business. So what do you want to be earning? Like, all of that is very relevant. So that, you know, you might add 1 person a day, you might add 5 a day, you might add 50 a day. Like, it's very relevant to what your goals are, what do you want to be earning, what position do you want to be, and how much time do you want to put into your business per day. And that is completely down to you. So so let's go through each column. So column 1 is name. So this is when you've either added someone new and they've accepted, or they've followed you back on Instagram. That's when you want to write their name down. You don't need to write down the name of every single person that you send a friend request to, because they're not all going to accept. You're right there, Liz. Oh, it just made me laugh. I saw Christine laughing and it made me laugh. So yeah, so you don't need to write down the name of everyone that you follow or everyone that you send a friend request to on Facebook or Instagram, just when they follow you back or when they accept a friend request. So I know that not everyone does this, but I add someone and I send my intro message at the same time. You might want to send a friend request, wait for them to accept, then send your intro message. Completely up to you. But I like to do what is fully in control of me. I like to add and I'll message them my intro message at the same time, because I find on both platforms, Facebook and Instagram, sometimes people see the message first. So it just strengthens that connection. If you're just sending a friend request, I believe, my opinion is, it's just a bit random. Whereas if you're also messaging them and tell them why you're adding them, it strengthens the connection. But, you know, do whatever's best for you. That's what I like to do. So name when they follow you back or they've accepted your friend request. And then you want to give a tick in the next column, the intro column, when you've sent your intro message, which is just introducing yourself and, again, telling them why you're connecting. So I have an intro message that I like to use. And again, it's just telling them, like, because I have had loads of different intro messages over the time where I've done groups. So I found you in the Frenchy group and all of that. Whereas now I just have like a generic one that works for everyone, because it just helps me with time. So I'll just say, I just came across you on Facebook, or I just came across you on Instagram. I love your page, and I just thought I'd introduce you. I thought it'd be great to connect, and I just thought I'd introduce myself so you know a bit about me, and I'll tell them a bit about me, that I've recently just got married, I've got a French bulldog, I'm horsey, and that I run I used to be working full-time with horses, whereas now I run my online business full-time, where I inspire healthy living around the world and financial freedom around the world, something like that. Feel free to introduce yourself back, and I hope you find value in my page. So just like list some of the things about you, because the reason why I'm listing those things is because I'm adding people that have just got married, or that have a French bulldog, or that are horsey. And I also mentioned that I'm really into health and fitness. So when they read that, they've got at least one of those things in common with me. So they're coming back to me saying, like I think I shared it with the team, but on Instagram the other day, she actually used to be a show jumper as well. So if I hadn't have actually said that in my intro message, so now like we've connected, and we've connected on a lot of levels, because we've got a lot of things in common. And she also used to be a show jumper, and she's literally just got married as well. So that's why this intro message works quite well, because I don't think I can get that all across in my posts like every single day. Whereas if I'm literally saying to them, like, this is what I am, this is what I'm about, I'm just being very upfront. But I'm also not, I'm not saying to them, like, join my team, here's the link. I'm saying, basically, this is me, this is what I do, I hope you find value on my page. And at the end of the day, guys, the right people will love it. The right people will get that and go, wow, like, this is amazing. Like, I want to follow this girl, or I want to see what this girl's about, or we have things in common. You know, the right people. So focus on the right people. If people don't like it, that's their problem. Next, see you later. Block. Like, you've got that block button there. Like, use it. Don't be frightened to use it. But I've not really had to use it, to be fair, recently. But remember, you are in control. Like, take your control, and you can just go, yeah, see you later if you don't like it. So anyway, so name, intro message. So when you've done your intro message, give that little column a tick. And then the next part is relationship. Is everybody following so far, by the way? And does anybody want any, like, have I covered the intro message enough? Does anybody want any help with that? And if, I'm more than happy to share mine if anyone wants it. But Millie, is there anything you want to add to that before we go on to the next column?
I think, you know, I had to try and test my intro message a few times. I did a really short one. I got some great comments back, like one of the ones that Ross has got in his book, which I love and works really well, is hey Sarah, I hope you're well and having a great day. Thanks for accepting my request. Just here to inspire some positivity on my page. Hope you find it interesting. Great to be connected here. I did something similar, and I used to say, like, hey Amy, so great to connect with you. I did the same as Amy. Like, I would always send the message as I did the friend request, and then I literally would say, I'm just here to inspire some healthy living, some fitness stuff, and all the things that relate to me. And again, like, I've had some incredible responses back, and I'm, you know, been building amazing relationships, and I've turned some of those into customers, and I've got a team member that's coming through this week, which is really exciting. So you've just got to find what works for you. I've done a much longer message as well, which didn't, for me, it wasn't received as well. So you've just got to find what works for you. The way that I write things might not work for you. So you've just got to be confident. Like, who are you? If you were introducing yourself, if you had a 1 minute to say the best things about who you were, what you loved, and why you were here, like, that's all you've got to send, guys. So your little intro message, so just about yourself. And I think as well, it might take you a few times to get it exactly as you want it. And what you'll probably find, if you have got different niches, like, you'll find that you'll send different things to different people. So yeah, you can't get it wrong, guys. Like, you've just got to do it. The way to get better is to try. You know, you've got to take action. Don't think, just do. Just get out there and take the action. You know, it's all about taking messy action. It's better done than perfect, guys. So just get out there and get your intro message done.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't agree more. And just, you know, trial and error, see what you prefer. And like, it's really important to put it into your own words, and so it comes from you. Okay, so the next column is relationship. And what we want you to do, guys, is actually one bit of homework. If we want you to go away and obviously create your intro message, share it with us, share it with the team. You can work on that this evening, tomorrow. Just start to create your intro message, and remember, you can adjust it as well as you go, but share it with your upline if you want, share it with us. And you know, that's your piece of homework. We want you to go away and create your intro message and share it with us. So the next part is relationship. So, you know, you've added someone new, you've introduced yourself, they've got things in common with you, at least one thing in common. Remember that you're just looking for one thing in common as a minimum. And now it's time to build that bit of a relationship. And remember, this is all in a space of, you know, a day, a few days, okay, at this point. So, you know, so if you're wondering about the timeline for when you sent the introduction, it doesn't necessarily, you know, like I said, I like to add and message someone at the same time. You might like to add and then message them your intro message a bit later. But again, just find what works for you, find your intro message, and then start to build that relationship. But you don't want to leave it any longer than 3 days. You don't want to be leaving like the gap between adding someone new and your intro message longer than 3 days. You want to do it quite as quickly as you can, really. So how do you build a relationship? Let's have a look. Let's have a think about this. So just reading the book. Yeah, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to start to see their posts, okay? So it could be that they've gone shopping to Lakeside, or that they live in Ireland like you, or that they've gone to the gym, or they've got a Frenchie like me. you're going to start to, obviously you've added this person because you've probably seen some posts, or you've seen that they have something in common with you. So that's what you're going to connect on. So you're going to connect on that post. So it could be that, oh, I see you've got a Frenchie. Like, how long have you had a Frenchie? Or I see you're into health and fitness. I see you're really into the gym. Like, what made you get into that? How long have you been into that for? Or, oh, I see you're getting married. Or I see you've just got married. Your wedding photos are absolutely stunning. Or I see you're gone on your honeymoon. Like, again, and that can just, I can have a conversation with anyone about all of those things, because, and you guys will think the same when it's your thing. If someone loves baking, someone lives in Ireland, maybe someone's just moved to Ireland, like, you could literally just chat. You'd be like, oh my God, you've just moved to Ireland, like I did, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, I think someone knows who I'm talking about. Or yeah, like, you're horsey, or I see you poo pick in the field, or I see you've got fish. Me too, I love your fish pond. I love Paul. Mum's got a massive fish called Paul, who we absolutely love, but she's a girl, but we call her Paul. So you can connect on that. Or so what you're looking is to pull something from what they've posted or what they're about, to why you've connected with them, to just start a bit of a conversation. Does that, like, we can all do that, right? How does that sound to everyone? Can you do that? Does that sound complicated, or does that sound easy? Yeah? Awesome. And that is literally all it is building that relationship. Yeah, it could be that, any of those scenarios. I hope that's kind of helped give you some examples of what you could post about, and speak to them about, and just open up that conversation, ask questions. I like to ask people a lot. Like, a lot of my questions are like, what is it that you do for work? They might say, oh, work's really busy. Oh, that's really interesting. What is it that you do for work? Or have you got any health and fitness goals that you're currently working towards? 2 little questions that also can relate back to what I do as well, but also generally intrigued to see what it is that they're doing. And have they got, they might be working for a marathon, or they might be, again, just asking those questions, open up those questions. And then you're going to get to the point. So once you've done a bit of that, and it doesn't have to be asking about Auntie Flo and her cat. It could be, it's literally just like that. If you've had like a little conversation, you've asked a little question, that means you can tick that relationship box. Yeah. And so really I don't want you to over relationship. Like, yes, we need to build relationships, but I also don't want you to over friend zone yourself and get into a point where feel like you're having endless conversations with relationship building, because you're doing this to get to a point, and you want to offer the business sooner rather than later, because they need exposures. Okay, so you want to get your first exposure in there sooner rather than later. So like, this process of adding someone new or reconnecting with someone who's already on your social media, like reintroducing yourself, like, you can go through your friends list, go through your A's, your B's, your C's, and if you've not really had many conversations with people, if you've not actually, if you've not had, maybe you've just sent them a couple of birthday messages and that's it, go and reintroduce yourself and just say, like, hey, I know we're friends on here. I just thought I'd actually introduce myself properly and tell you, do that intro message, tell them, reintroduce yourself. So whether it's someone brand new who you're adding, or someone who you're already friends with, but you don't really feel like you've spoken. And, you might find that if you don't really have anything more common with them anymore, and you've not really spoken to them about the products of the business, then I would recommend unfriending them. So what you can do is then obviously go through that, reintroduce yourself. So the point is, you're taking this from restarting that conversation or adding someone new to asking the question in literally like 3 days, like within like a week. Yeah. So we're not talking about building a relationship for weeks and weeks and weeks. We're talking about doing this in the space of like a few days. And you want to get that that first offer message in there, like I say, quite quickly, because you want to get that first exposure in there. So Millie, is there anything you want to add before we go more into that?
I just think just be really just like genuine, like go and find these people that like you would genuinely want to be friends with, and have a conversation with them about something that you actually find interesting and that you've got in common with them. Like, it's what you've got to remember, it's friends before business. That's something that we've always said in this team, especially friends before business. Go and find something common to chat to them about, and reach out to them and just, you know, ask them a genuine question. And honestly, that is how I've built my business for, you know, since forever. Just reaching out to people, giving them a sincere compliment, asking them a question, and just being able to drop that exposure into them like as soon as possible. Like if you don't ask, you'll never know, guys. So really, you know, we've done it before where we've romanced people for too long. You know, John always says, you know, if someone's liking your post, they're giving you a wink. It's like winking at you in a nightclub. But then, you know, it's not about then talking. What you really need to do is, you know, be decisive, be committed to the purpose that you've got with them. And yeah, just make sure that you don't, like Amy said, just friend zone yourself. Because, you know, you're here for a mission, and you've got a gift, and you know, the sooner you ask them, the better, really. Yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah,
I can't really expand anymore. You covered that really well, babe.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, because I know that I've had people in the team say that, you know, they build a relationship, and then they feel then awkward then bringing it up. So I know this can be like a common problem. So I like to be like a lot more direct. So, you know, following this process and then getting that in there quicker rather than later, because you're building, you know, we are running a business, and also you're building that relationship. Obviously you are doing it for business purposes, but you're not doing it to get something out of them. You're not doing it to get them to do something that they don't want to do. Like, remember, you're about finding people with common interests and you're helping them. So you're looking to help people that want and need what it is that we have to offer. So, you know, you're not trying to be a salesperson, like, and try and get them to do something they don't want to do. Like, remember that we're here to help people that want and need what we have to offer. Yeah. So, you know, and we are also running a business. So again, it comes back to like, what is it that you want from the business? What do you want to be earning? What position do you want to be? How much time do you want to put in per day will depend on how much of this that you do, and obviously how seriously that you take this and how many people you're going to offer it to. So, you know, the time has come. So you've approached you know, you've got a new friend, day one, you've introduced yourself, you've built a very brief relationship on common grounds and asked some questions. So now it's time to move on to the offer. And like we've kind of explained why, it's because of the exposures. So it can take multiple exposures before someone says yes to the opportunity. Some say it can take 10, some say it can take 50, some say it can even take 100 exposures. Like, you know, we've all got those people that say, I've been watching you for years. That's those exposures, okay? So what is an exposure? So an exposure is literally your potential seeing or being involved in some type of content or presentation, event or three-way discussion, or a Zoom call or an online event, hearing your story or being exposed to someone else's testimonial, for example. So basically any exposure into your product or your business opportunity. So taking this into consideration, if it takes this amount of exposures, the last thing we need to do is delay that person by seeing all of these exposures. And obviously we don't spam, you know, no one likes a Spamula Anderson, you know, and that's what we're doing. Like with the offer message, we're not teaching you to say, yeah, join my team, here's the link, like join my team, and send, like, that's spamming when you're saying, hey, like, oh, I've got an amazing opportunity for you, you'd love it, like the products are amazing, the business are amazing, like you need to join my team, here's the link. That's spamming when you're sending the link before you've even asked. You need to ask for permission, and this is why you're offering. So with the offer, like, I never send a link or anything until like I've offered, you know, would you like to see the video? Would you be open to earning extra income? You know, that's given permission. You know, they say yes, they're given permission to more information. So, you know, always ask for permission. So so we don't spam. And so we just take that genuine, natural networking approach, but, you know, a quick approach to the offer stage. So basically, we wouldn't want to leave it any longer than about 3 to 4 days from after your relationship message to then when you do the offer message. So like I say, this is all like within like all within a week of introducing and then offering. So this is just what works really well. And your offer message could be something as simple as like, hey, hope you're well. I've been following you for a little while now, and I think you'd be absolutely amazing at what I do. Would you be interested in earning an extra income from home? Something as simple as that. And obviously, if you've built a bit of a relationship, then you can maybe personalize that message to them, you know, and say, like, bring something back from what you've said, from what you've built a relationship with, you know, and make it a bit personal. So, Millie, is there anything you want to add more to that?
No, I literally was just going to say, like, you know, if you've been speaking to them about like how, you know, your potential hated their job and she was worried about Christmas and the energy bills, you can literally say there in that message, would you be, I've been thinking about you because you said to me that you were struggling with money and you're worried about Christmas. I think you'd be amazing at what we do. I've been following you. Would you be open to hearing how to make an extra income from home around your kids? You know, wait, so you don't have to put them in charge, like really like find people's pain. That's what you want to do. Find people's pain and then offer it to them by mentioning their pain, like for Christmas with the kids, like less struggle, like all of those words that they've used to you. Find their pain and, you know, use that, because they're going to go, God, yeah, like I want to get rid of that. Like if you've got a solution, I'm open to hearing it. Okay. Whereas if you just go, you'd be great at what I do. Do you want to hear about it? Like there's no emotion, there's no depth to it. So, you know, you've got to be a really great question asker. That's what we've got to get good at in this business, is asking good questions. So when you're building that relationship, you know, find out about your person, find out about how many kids they've got, what they do for work and things like that. And then you've got, you know, when you send this offer message, you've got that to add into there. And you know, just using that information to build the relationship and send the offer. You know, it's really going to work. I had a lady last week, and we've built, like, we probably swapped about 5 messages, and I was like, I'm just going to ask, like, she's cool, we've got a great relationship, we've got great energy, we're vibing. And I just said, look, we are so similar, you'd be great at what we do. Like, I know that you love fitness like I do, you're super into health, would you be open to checking out my opportunity, because I know that you said your PT was drying up. And she said to me, I'm so interested, but she's got an operation and stuff, not now, but definitely in the future, keep me posted, keep me in the loop. So she's on my drip list. Okay, so you just never know, like sometimes it happens fast, sometimes it happens slow. You know, and when you're connecting with people of a similar interest, it's so easy to say, oh, like, you know, I always say to people, oh, I see you're into health like me, I see that you love the gym like me. I always say that to people, like, oh, I'm looking for other girls just like me and like you, who love health and fitness, who love pugs, who love, you know, horses. And then it creates that bond with them already. So the language that you use by saying, I'm looking for other girls like me and you who are open to earning an extra earn an extra income, would you be open to seeing the opportunity? So you could pay for more horse shows, so you could pay for, you know, a gym membership. So find out people's pain and then use that to when you're giving the offer.
Yeah, I love that. So use the information you've collected and the relationship to guide you on your approach. And you might all be thinking, like, you know, you've only had a couple of conversations, do you really like offer now? And the answer is yes. Just get that first exposure in there. And here's why. You know, we don't want to delay that exposure process. Like, you know, it could take up to 50, 100 exposures. So you don't want to delay that first exposure process. We don't spam. There's, you know, and there's only so many times that you can ask, how's the cat, how's the dog, or whatever, how's Paul the fish? In other words, like, don't get too busy making small talk for the sake of it, guys. You know, too many people get stuck in conversations that go nowhere and then find out that these potentials have gone and signed up with someone else. Like, who's that happened with? I know that's happened to me in the past over the years. And, you know, it's our job to ask. And remember, you can't just post and pray. Posting and praying isn't a strategy, and neither is building dead end relationships. Okay, so you need to know how to also deal with objections. Yeah. And you need to know how to send the information once they say yes to this question. And then you also need to know how to follow up. And the more people you message, guess what? The more people will see your posts. So the time is now. And, you know, we've kind of covered before with the 4-pillar recruitment strategy, what to do when they say yes. So you've got that you can go back to. And obviously your upline can help you, and you can watch that recording back. So we're not going to go into loads of detail right now, but basically what to expect. So now once you've offered, you know, your conversation at this point is either going to go 3 ways. So number 1, they will respond with, yes, send me more information. Thank you for thinking of me. Number 2, they will say, thank you. like, no, thank you. I haven't got time for anything else at the moment, but thanks for thinking of me. Or number 3, they won't respond. That is the worst that's going to happen. We all can get so scared of sending the offer message. They're either going to say yes, or they're going to say no with whatever reason, or they're not going to respond. And that's okay. Do you know what? The people that are doing their DMO and that are getting new team are probably getting the most no's and the most non-responses, because within that they're getting yeses. So woohoo, you got a no response. Like, woohoo, you got a no, and then woohoo, you got a yes. You know, so we've got here where we can go on to talking about how to deal with each response. But I'm really aware that we've been on here for an hour, so I feel like maybe that we can maybe follow this on for another conversation, another training. Millie, what do you think?
Yeah, 100%, because we've been on for an hour, haven't we? It's Sunday night. I don't know, I think we should recommend, babe, like, if anyone hasn't got this book,
The
Game Changer, it's £12. This is amazing. Jeanette's gonna look. This is the book. It's so good. It's called Network Marketing Masterclass, the social media edition, by Ross Cymru. So this is where we're teaching you from, and this will literally be your Bible to success. So this is what we're teaching you. We're just repeating information that we've been given, we've been found. And honestly, I'm going to tell you something. I had this book for about 3 months and I didn't open it. But honestly, you know, we do that, don't we? And like, me and Ames opened it and we're like, oh my God, there's gold in here. It's absolute gold dust. So
on a gold mine.
This, honestly, if you follow this, you will be successful. You just have to be disciplined. So there's no more like guessing what to do. Like, this is a proven system, guys, and this is what we're trying to teach you. Yeah, Ross's podcast, Joe, is so good, isn't it? The book is from Amazon. You go on Amazon and type in Network Marketing Masterclass by Ross Cymru. It's Kumrou. I'll put a picture of it into the team chat. And you can find it. And it's so good. Honestly, guys, like, it's incredible. Yeah, very simple. And the reason that I wanted to share that, obviously, is because, you know, we've got it and it's working, but also I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with what we're saying, because it's probably, you know, for those of you that are visual, you know, you're probably much better to have it in your hands and looking at it and listening as well, because we all learn differently. There's visual, auditory, and actually doing, kinesthetic, and we're all different. So some of you might be sitting here going, God, I just don't get this, whereas if you were reading it, it might be better. So I cannot express to you enough, go and buy that book. It's £12. Treat yourself, and then we can read the chapters together, and we can work this together, and we can create success together in this team. So we just want to help you guys. Like, Ames, you've delivered an absolute like golden session tonight. Thank you so much. I know that this is something that's really working for you, and it is for me as well. I've got some amazing leads coming through and had some great teamies and orders as well from using these systems. So has anybody got any questions? Jeanette says, I'm listening to Ross Cymru while I'm over the yard poo picking. Love it. So guys, go away this evening. You've got some homework. Don't just turn this off and go, oh, I'll do it later. Action takers are money makers. If you think too much and put it off and do it later, you'll never win. Successful people make action. They take action. Okay, so go and make your intro message, and you know, post it into the groups. We're going to be here to share and to support you with it as well. And yeah, make your offer messages as well. And what I might do actually as well is I might take some photos of the pages of this chapter and post it into the team chat, just so you can read it yourselves, and then go and buy the book so you've got it, so we can read through it together in the coming weeks. So amazing. Let's take a photo. Everybody put your cameras on so we can see your beautiful faces.
Who's ready to smash the end of the month? Yeah. Where will we be by this time next week, the 28th? So this time next week, there'll be 3 days left of the month. So where do you want to be, guys? Make it count. Make this week count.
Big smiles, 3, 2, 1. Just before we go as well, I just really wanted to speak to you about September campaigns really fast. So we know that September is one of our biggest monthly years. It's when everybody gets back into routine after being so, you know, out with the kids and all of those kind of things. So start posting about your campaign for September. I'm going to be running in Feel Good Club the back to school September shred just for the month of September, getting people back into routine. So start posting about that if you're in Feel Good Club. I'm not sure what you're going to be running, Ames, but just get it on your social medias. Just talk about meal plans, recipe ideas, support, supplements. They get all of those things involved, you know, with the price of the products. It's absolutely amazing. So get it out there, talk about what you're going to be doing, talk about your goals, invite people to come on the journey with you, and get campaigning for the month of September now, and create a list of people that are going to be in your group, that are going to be on your plan, and that you're going to be help getting results. And guess what? That means more orders, guys. So use the question system that is in the team group under featured post. And yeah, Super September, love that, Wendy. That's amazing. Absolutely love that. So yeah, just get campaigning, guys. Get it on your social medias. You just doesn't have to look really pretty. You just got to put some words on the top of some photographs of some progress photos and some food. You know, done is better than perfect. Like I said earlier, you'll get better over time. You've got to start somewhere. So super excited for that. I'm going to be posting more about that in the Feel Good Club team group this week. So have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It's been an absolutely amazing call. Well done, Ames. Absolutely smashed that. Thank you so much for everybody that's chipped in and given us some, you know, interaction. Absolutely love hearing from you. And thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. It's been amazing. Have a good week. Let's do this. And yeah, have a good one, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Mills. And by the way, Mills, you absolutely smashed it too.
On fire, girls. Love
Bye,
it.
guys.
See you soon.